So a little bit about Brooklyn. Brooklyn has 18 community districts with an average population of 140,000, right? So just bearing in mind the sheer volume of people, and I know we all know the 2.5 million statistic, but when you think about this is more people than most towns, cities in America have, so a lot of people. 2.5 million residents, over 70 neighborhoods, depending upon who's counting, over 180 ethnicities represented, as well as 130 countries, as well as 90 languages spoken. Place of birth, about 50% people say that they were born in New York State, but following that, we have China, Jamaica, Haiti, Dominican Republic, and Puerto Rico. Foreign born. To give some context, about 13% of people living in the United States are foreign born, but in Brooklyn it's nearly 3 times that number, at nearly 40%, and 45.5% of the foreign born in Brooklyn are not U.S. citizens, and about 10% don't speak English at all. So that's a great number. HOB membership, about 36,000 members. Now the rate, we looked at the rate per community district, so per 1,000 residents by community district. Community District 6 has the highest at 93.8, Community District 4 the lowest at 2 people per 1,000 residents. So you see the difference there. So this is a cluster map of the Heart of Brooklyn membership. You can see, go ahead and click. So in the center of Brooklyn, you have the largest cluster, which I think everyone kind of knows anecdotally, and then the highest in CD6, the lowest in CD4 again. And then, oh, sorry, just to go back, these are the Brooklyn Public Library locations. So we have 59 in Brooklyn spread throughout. And just to clarify too, when you look at subsequent maps, this in parentheses here is the rate of HOB membership. So you can kind of cross-reference that when we're laying on the other sets of data. Okay, Brooklyn languages. Primary language spoken at home, about 50% speak English, 17% speak Spanish, 6.7% Chinese, 5.4%, and 3.5%. Yiddish. That's a good question. I'm not sure if they aggregate. I don't think that they would say include people that just said Chinese and not Mandarin. I think they probably aggregate the different languages. Or the different dialects. Yeah.
Just my understanding is they just ask Chinese, not the dialects of Cantonese.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, ability to speak English. So these are the different categories that the census, that ACS uses. So 50% speak English, and then about 1/5, 20% speak English very well. And again, this is for all of Brooklyn. These 3 categories here pay attention to because this is what we grouped together when we were looking at cohorts who speak English less than very well in Brooklyn by different neighborhoods, etc. So this is this quarter right here. Okay, so doesn't speak English well or at all. In Brooklyn, it's about 13%, almost 3 times as much as the national, right, to give you a context. But again, look at these numbers. This is I don't like percents as much, they're good for comparing, but the numbers, when we think about the sheer number of people who don't speak, who speak English less than very well. This is who we're talking about and why we're here today to have this conversation. Community District 6 has the highest HOB membership rate. Community District 4 has the lowest. Okay. And now we're going to take a look at community districts, or CDs, with the highest percentage of residents who speak English less than very well. CD 11 has the highest percentage. That's nearly 50%. And a little bit later, we'll look at a map that shows you what languages are predominantly spoken in these areas, so you can kind of compare the two when you're thinking about outreach and education and marketing for HOB membership institutions. CD 7, almost nearly 50%. CD 13, CD4, and CD50. So the reason we broke this down by community district or neighborhood is so that we could start thinking about target areas for outreach and marketing. And you can certainly drill down much more deeply into each of these areas, looking at census tract data. Okay, so Spanish, again, 8.5% speak less than very well. The little dots on the map represent the various languages spoken. So there are clusters in Community District 7 and Community District 4, which is Sunset Park, Bushwick, for Spanish. Chinese is really clustered down here around Chinatown, Borough Park. And then Russian, most of the concentration is down here by Coney Island, Brighton Beach. And then there seemed in CD11 to be an interesting potpourri, just a mix, a really great diversity of languages spoken.